Okay, well, I'd like to welcome everyone to this special call I've created for some of my leadership in TLC. And there's been so many exciting things happening over the last couple of weeks. We've recently experienced a couple of our highest ever sales months. So the company is really in a exciting and wonderful growth curve. And we have one of the best places, the products, I should say, in the marketplace today. Our tea is a wonderful product to be able to introduce people, and it creates instant gratification, and it is a product that's actually been fueling this growth. But the company at this point is actually adding some additional foundational products, and I'm so excited about them. And we're going to be having a new anti-aging product called StemSense, and that's what Rob is here today to talk to us about. And this conference call, I'm keeping it pretty informal, but hopefully at the end we'll have a moment where people can ask a few questions if they'd like. Skincare, our NVIDIA, the brand new product NVIDIA, we're going to be having a special call all about that because it's such a absolutely revolutionary product. It isn't just something you put on your face. You actually regrow skin with that product. And so it's an extremely exciting product, and it's going to have an extraordinary impact in the industry as a whole. The skincare industry is a $120 billion industry. The diet industry is a $180 billion industry, and we already have one of the most easy to talk about products in the diet industry with our tea. But StemSense is a product that falls into the anti-aging area and also pain relief area, and those are $180 billion industries, and it's an extremely revolutionary product in that industry. And Rob does a wonderful job of describing it. We had him on a call a couple of weeks ago, and everybody enjoyed it so much that I've asked him back. And so, Rob, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you talk about the launch of the new product, and also, what you're excited about the product, and also just a bit about the ingredients and how it works and what makes it so different.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you so very much, Karen. And, obviously health is a key component of life. You can make all the money in the world, as people say, if you don't have the health to enjoy it, what difference does it make? So the thing that attracted us to TLC was the products. And, Karen, you mentioned something that I think is key, and that is the IASO tea. That's kind of the foundational product of TLC. And what I love about the IASO tea, it is a detox, but it's a gentle detox. And so today we know that we're living in toxic society, toxic environment, toxic air, toxic water, toxics in our food, we're having what we call sick building syndrome, where we have outgassing of carpets, stuff, our furniture, our beds are coated in fire retardants. So we have all these toxins that are attacking us. And I like something that Dr. Group, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he said the best approach for addressing the root cause of poor health is through the regular body cleansing. So I think that's so important. But listen to this. He says degenerative health conditions typically result when your body becomes so toxic that your internal self-healing mechanism is suppressed. So What I look at, Karen, the IASO tea, it's helping our self-healing mechanism by clearing out the toxins so that our body can heal itself, which is what we want. And so Brenda and I both use it on a daily basis. We love it. Now, we found a little secret that we do with drinking the tea, especially in the summertime here, Toronto. We make our tea, and of course we drink 2 glasses a day. But we've also purchased the special called the oils, the essential oils. One of them is called lemon zest. and we put a couple of drops of lemon zest in our tea, the essential oil, and it just absolutely is a delicious lemon tea. So we have that twice a day. What I love about the tea is it's very gentle, so people can take it both young and old, and you can drink it hot or cold. So it doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. And it's just a beautiful thing. We notice a better elimination, better skin, clear-mindedness, feel excellent. So that's key, Karen, as far as I'm concerned, clearing the toxins. And then when we begin to put nutrition in the body, of course, we've got a product that I was told that is going to be launched out July the 22nd. That's just a couple of weeks from today at the Atlanta event. So if you're anywhere near Atlanta, you're going to want to make your way to Atlanta. But at the Atlanta event, we are going to be bringing out a brand new product, as Karen mentioned, called Stem Sense. And this excites me because Stem Sense, it's a revolutionary anti-aging product that actually helps to awaken, mobilize, and direct your adult stem cells to begin to repair and regenerate the body. Absolutely amazing. You're going to help your body to replace old worn-out cells while increasing mental and physical energy. So we're very excited about this product coming out. And so let's talk a little bit about the ingredients that make up this product, because I think it's revolutionary. We've seen some products that Brenda and I were using that were kind of what I would call first generation. And what I mean by that is this is a product that goes far beyond that. And one of the ingredients here is called YTE, which is young tissue extract. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with this. I know, Karen, that you are. But young tissue extract was actually developed by a Canadian doctor back in 1929 by Dr. John Davidson. We have a special on that people can go and watch. But Dr. Davidson developed this young tissue extract. It's actually the growth factors taken from a 7 to 10 day old egg. So it's extracted from the 7 to 8 day or 7 to 10 day old egg, fertilized hen egg, and these factors are removed. And back in 1929, Dr. Davidson was actually injecting these growth factors into tumors and was having phenomenal results treating people with all different types of cancerous growth and things of that nature. And so one of the people that he helped ended up being somebody that served in our Canadian Parliament. He had terminal bowel cancer. And he was actually able to help this individual get well. The parliamentarian was so impressed with Dr. Davidson and his treatment that he went to the Canadian government and asked if the Canadian government would fund more research on the project. And they, of course, declined, Prime Minister Mackenzie King at the time. And a number of years later, Dr. Davidson died, some believe of a broken heart. Nevertheless, that research kind of disappeared. Then in 1996, a university by the name of Dalhousie University, East Coast of Canada, they found his research and began to do some studies. And these studies, what happened, they began working with cancer and different trials. They began to call this an inoculation against cancer. That's not my word. That's the words of the university. This could be an inoculation against cancer. Now, that impressed me, but this was back in 1996. So I'm going to question for you. What do you think happened to the research money? All of a sudden, the research money dried up, and that was the end of the university's study on Dr. Davidson's, discovery that he'd made back in the 20s. And so it fell kind of silent again. A doctor from Norway picked it up, and then Dr. Romero has been, out of Florida, has been studying this now for the last 20 years. So finally, Dr. Romero has had the opportunity and now Dr. Romero is a medical doctor. He's a cardiologist, a pharmacologist, a Harvard grad. He, together with Dr. John Coleman, who is a clinician, he's also written for Longevity magazine for over 25 years. Both these gentlemen are in their 70s, formulated numerous products in the marketplace, and have helped many, many people get well. Together, they collaborated and created this product we now call StemSense. And StemSense, the number one ingredient in the StemSense is exactly what I just told you, and that's the YTE growth factors. And this is a natural blend of the amino acids and growth factors and glycopeptides extracted in a cold process from fertilized bird eggs, okay? So that's what happens there. So this is the same ingredient that Dr. Davidson was working with. And what basically this young tissue extract does is help to activate your stem cells. You see, our stem cells, up until, the time of age of about 21, our stem cells are very active in helping us to grow and develop. After the age of 21, they focus more on repair and rejuvenation, okay, and regeneration. But what happens is, due to the toxins that we began to talk about earlier on in the call, many of our stem cells begin to go dormant. And in case you're not aware of the stem cells and what they are, I know I wasn't before I began to research this a couple of years back, I did not understand that a stem cell is a blank cell. A stem cell, and this is the miracle of the human body that amazes me when I think of it, the stem cell has the ability, it's like a wild card in a card game. You have the wild card, it can become any card in the deck it wants to be or you want it to be. A stem cell is just like that in the human body. It can become any cell that the body needs it to be. Example, it can become brain tissue. It can become heart tissue. It can become cartilage. It can become liver tissue. It can become anything the body needs it to be. The problem is these stem cells go dormant due to the toxins in our food and their environment, and they get lazy. What this StemSense product does is awakens, mobilizes, and directs our stem cells through growth factor technology, sending these signals to the stem cells and say, hey, I need this. And the stem cells begin to repair and rejuvenate the body as our body was designed. So this is really just encouraging our body's own self-healing ability, and that's what's called into action when we take this product called StemSense. So to say it's a little bit revolutionary is probably an understatement. This product alone could create $1 billion company, just people using this. So StemSense provides the growth factors that activate the stem cells, okay? And so this is going to be extremely important for people who are aging. Can be extremely important for brain health, for balance. Well, there's other ingredients in here that I'll talk about in a second, but StemSense is going to activate the nerve growth factor, which provides healthier brain cell communication by regrowing the neurites. So it's going to help our brain communication, make us feel more alive. One of the other ingredients in our StemSense formula is called Schisandra. Schisandra berry extract has been used, actually the Russians used it a lot. It's kind of funny because they used to have their factory workers take Schisandra berry because it would increase their energy in the factory and make them more mentally alert. And so it was kind of mandatory. So think they could get more output out of the workers if they had them take Schisandra berry because their output was higher and their alertness was higher. So how many of you could use some increased productivity and maybe better mental awareness? I know that's me. I'd love that. And then the third ingredient I want to talk about is Boswellia. Now, yes, some people call it frankincense. StemSense contains Boswellia extract, and that's it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for many years for inflammation. And Karen, this is what we talked about when we talked about, the root cause of all disease is inflammation. this Boswellia has been clinically tested to deal with inflammation, and one of the key areas they test on is the knees, because that's the first area that it's the easiest to tell how things are going to happen, and they notice tremendous benefit from inflammation, pain in the knees and the cartilage around the knee. So this is very exciting. It helps protect us against collagen degradation, and so this is important because that's really the component of all our connective tissues. So the tests have shown that StemSense Boswellia provides faster absorption and quicker therapeutic benefit, okay? And the Boswellia extract shows prolonged blood levels for longer lasting activity. So I'm excited about this. If you know anybody who's suffering from inflammatory conditions, imagine this wrapped up together with the other ingredients. Now let's move on. The fourth ingredient is something we call beta-glucan. And beta-glucan, it's yeast-derived beta-glucan, and this is an immune enhancement. And a lot of people are talking about this. You can just type in yeast-derived beta-glucan, and they've discovered the employees were handling. There was a thing happening in a certain department where insurance adjusters of a veterinarian manufacturer, where they noticed that the employees in that factory, there was a certain department that had less sick days than the rest of the factory, and then they discovered that the employees were handling this beta-glucan, and this beta-glucan was helping them and protecting them. It's a very potent immune system stimulator that primes the immune system to fight off foreign invading diseases and attacks, okay? So this is exciting that we've got all this wrapped up in StemSense. And then we also have fucoidan. And so the StemSense contains fucoidan, which is a potent stem cell activator and mobilizers. This also assists the young tissue extract. But fucoidan also stimulates the growth of bone stem cells and help redistribute them to increase calcium levels and bone strength. Hello, baby boomers. Can you imagine how we can help baby boomers who are suffering from bone density issues with the StemSense product? And then we also have in the formulation the Dead Sea salt minerals. This is a real source of all the minerals, including magnesium, calcium, potassium. The Dead Sea salt contains 27% of the various mineral compounds compared to ordinary sea salt, okay? And it delivers high amounts of silica to support healthy hair, skin, and nails. This is amazing. And then finally, I'll just cut it off with this. StemSense and hydroxytyrosol, delivers, that's the world's most potent antioxidant found in extra virgin olive oil. It stimulates the cells in the body to produce a special antioxidant called manganese SOD, okay, found only in the cells of the mitochondria that generate energy. And this enhances the cells to create more energy, to create the antioxidant effect. So honestly, we have a product here in StemSense that I have never seen the equal of in all the industry, Karen. I am very excited about it. So we've got a rejuvenation formula that stimulates the stem cells to activate, to mobilize, and direct those stem cells. And all the other elements that I've suggested today, I believe, makes this a true breakthrough product at $60 for a month's supply. I believe we can help and make such an impact on the planet with people that we're going to have people sharing with this, with their friends, their relatives, those in pain, those with brain issues, those with blood pressure issues, blood sugar issues. It all helps to balance blood sugar levels. So, Karen, the benefits to me are just amazing. And so I'll stop it there and turn it back over to you, Karen.